Welcome back. Sincerest apologies for that break in transmission. Moving on, could this calculated silence reflect a new phase in Russia's diplomatic strategy? Despite several drone attacks on Moscow in the days leading up to the celebration, no major incidents were reported on Victory Day itself, largely due to a 72-hour ceasefire declared by Putin. However, Ukraine accused Russia of violating the deal, an allegation Russia dismissed as propaganda. Meanwhile, President Volodymyr Zelensky used the day to rally support from allies, labeling Russia's parade a display of cynicism, bile, and lies. Now, taking you through the scale of historical suffering which underscored this occasion. The Soviet Union lost an estimated 27 million people in World War II, including millions in Ukraine. China, according to Communist Party historians, suffered 35 million casualties during the Second Sino-Japanese War. As such, Victory Day remains sacred in Russia, a symbol of endurance and national identity. But under Putin, these commemorations have increasingly been used to reinforce domestic unity and global defiance, especially amid war fatigue and economic sanctions. Now, to what extent is Russia's memory of World War II now a political instrument rather than an historical reflection? Now, joining Putin on the podium were Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva and military delegations from North Korea, whose troops reportedly assisted in defending Russia's Western Kursk region against Ukrainian incursions. Their presence, along with Chinese soldiers marching in the parade, signaled a growing coalition of nations willing to defy Western pressure and a potential shift in the balance of power on the global stage. Also, US President Donald Trump also re-entered the discourse, calling for a 30-day ceasefire and warning of renewed sanctions if violated. Putin had already offered a shorter truce from May 8th to May 10th, highlighting a complex diplomatic dance between rhetorical peace and battlefield reality. Now, as Russia continues to occupy roughly one-fifth of Ukrainian territory, the world watches closely amid high-profile alliances, competing narratives of history, and an increasingly unpredictable war. The question remains, is this Victory Day a unifying moment or a signal of deepening global fracture? As diplomatic talks are underway, it's safe to say this war has to come to an end. Well, moving on in another development, President Donald Trump has officially signed an executive order launching a self-deportation initiative aimed at encouraging undocumented migrants to leave the United States voluntarily. A move his administration says will save taxpayers billions and restore lawful immigration processes. Take a look.
Today, I signed an executive order to launch the first ever self-deportation program for illegal aliens. We are making it as easy as possible for illegal aliens to leave America. Any illegal alien can simply show up at an airport and receive a free flight out of our country. We have also launched a phone app called CBP Home. That's CBP Home, where illegals can book a free flight to any foreign country. As long as it's not here, you can go anywhere you want. We're also adding a very important exit bonus for illegals to further incentivize their self-deportation. This deportation bonus will save American taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. What Biden did to this country can never be explained, will never, ever be accepted. Eventually, when the illegals are gone, it will save us trillions of dollars. However, if illegal aliens choose to remain in America, they're remaining illegally and they will face severe consequences. Illegal aliens who stay in America face punishments including significant jail time, enormous financial penalties, confiscation of all property, garnishment of all wages, imprisonment and incarceration, and sudden deportation in a place and manner solely of our discretion. So to all illegal aliens, book your free flight right now. We want you out of America, but if you're really good, we're going to try and help you get back in. Thank you.
Right there under President Trump's new directive, Undocumented migrants are eligible for a free one-way flight to any country except the United States, provided they use the Customs and Border Protection Home app to register their intent to leave. Now, the administration is also offering a $1,000 incentive payment to individuals who complete their departure, which is confirmed through the app. But then this plan isn't just about voluntary exits. Trump emphasized that migrants who refuse to leave face severe consequences, including jail term, financial penalties, property confiscation, wage garnishment, and forced deportation. Now, to further speak about this deal, Trump introduced what he called an exit bonus, a benefit designed to motivate voluntary departures, and one he says will save Americans billions and billions of dollars. Now, this announcement follows a recent statement by the Department of Homeland Security confirming that migrants who use the app to self-deport will be deprioritized for detention, provided they are actively preparing to leave. Still, some critics are raising alarms. The American Immigration Lawyers Association urged migrants to seek legal advice before taking the $1,000 payment, warning of potential consequences, including future re-entry bans. Now, while critics express their concerns, this is glaringly in line with the America First agenda. This policy offers dignity, choice, and financial support to those choosing to live voluntarily. Isn't it more humane and more fiscally responsible to offer options instead of engaging in large-scale detentions and deportations? However, Trump's track record is already notable. In the first 100 days of his second term, over 135,000 undocumented migrants have been deported. This latest policy only sharpens his focus on immigration reform, a key promise from both his campaigns. Interestingly, Trump also left the door open for future legal re-entry for select individuals. But then, Trump's approach sparks vital questions. Could this program serve as a model for managing illegal immigration globally? Does it strike the right balance between law enforcement and humanitarian support? A critical question as America continues to debate the future of immigration policy. Trump's self-deportation initiative might just mark a turning point, not only in enforcement, but in reshaping the national conversation. Well, moving on and looking at the advancement in technology, and not just technology, artificial intelligence, in a case that could reshape courtroom dynamics. An Arizona family used artificial intelligence to give voice to a man killed in 2021 road rage incident, allowing his digital likeness to address his killer during sentencing. The emotional AI-generated video of the United States Army veteran Christopher Pelkey, created by his family, played in court on May 1st as a judge prepared to sentence Gabriel Paul Horcasitas for manslaughter. But as AI blurs the line between memory and manipulation, could this powerful technology challenge the core principles of evidence and emotional influence in the justice system? Now, the video shown in Maricopa County Superior Court depicted Pelkey in a green sweatshirt with a long beard, calmly addressing Horcasitas. Let's take a look at this. This is an AI-generated video. Let's
Hello.
watch.
Just to be clear for everyone seeing this, I am a version of Chris Pelkey recreated through AI that uses my picture and my voice profile. I was able to be digitally regenerated to share with you today. But here is insight into who I actually was in real life. Take a look.
All right, I'm Chris Pelkey. I served with the United States Army in the infantry from upstate New York. And what else?
Where'd you deploy?
Where'd I deploy? I went to Baghdad in 2006, 2008, and then I went to Afghanistan in 09 to 10.
So I would like to make my own impact statement. So, hello everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. It means a lot. I can't tell you how humbled I am for those that spoke up for me, everyone who flew in, took off work, those who are watching this remotely, and for everyone who has supported my family and loved ones through 3.5 years and 2 trials. I wish I could be with you all today. To Your Honor, Judge Lang, thank you for making yourself available to see this case to the end, especially when the rescheduled trial conflicted with your daughter's spring break. Thank you for listening to everyone today. Thank you for reading the flood of impact statements that came in before today that so many people wrote on my behalf. Every single one of them is meaningful and gives a glimpse into my life with each of them. To Gabriel Horcasitas, the man who shot me. It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do. To my family and everyone that I've met along the way, it was a lot of fun. You know, I always had a lot of fun. Love each other because you never know how long you have. But make the most of each day and live your life. It is okay to stumble. God has you. Remember, getting old is a gift that not everybody has. So embrace it and stop worrying about those wrinkles.
Well, a proof of the advancement of technology we get to see. However, the avatar, which openly disclosed its AI-generated nature, revealed minor technical flaws, slightly off-sync mouth movements and voice distortions, but delivered a chillingly human presence in the courtroom. Now, Pelkey was 37 when he was shot and killed during a heated road incident. Though the AI video was not used as legal evidence, the court allowed it as part of a family statement during sentencing, reflecting growing judicial curiosity about how emerging technologies could redefine victim impact. Now, Pelkey's sister, Stacey Wells, said she created a video with help from her husband and a tech-savvy family friend. Struggling to express her grief in words, she wrote the script from what she believed her brother might have said. The goal was to humanize Chris, to reach the judge and let him know his impact on this world and that he existed, Will said. Her choice not to forgive Horcasitas, but to channel empathy through her brother's digital voice marks a turning point in how grief, forgiveness, and justice may interact in the age of AI. Now, will generative technology offer healing or weaponize sentiment in courtrooms, just like we've seen? Legal experts are now confronting ethical gray zones. Harry Sorden, a law professor at the University of Colorado, warned that such digital avatars, though not technically evidence, could be emotionally manipulative. What we are seeing is the simulations have gotten so good that it completely bypasses our natural skepticism and goes straight to our emotion, he said, raising concerns about fairness and the future role of AI in shaping courtroom narratives. Now, the rise of technology comes as the legal world grapples with the rapid spread of AI-generated content, some of it dangerously inaccurate. Several lawyers have been sanctioned in recent years for using AI tools like ChatGPT to draft briefs citing non-existent cases. Still, in this instance, AI wasn't used to fabricate evidence, but to amplify human storytelling in an unprecedented way. Horcasitas was sentenced to 10.5 years in state prison as the justice system increasingly experiments with AI, from predictive policing to sentencing algorithms. The implications of this emotional posthumous courtroom appearance will likely resonate far beyond Arizona. Should emotional resonance powered by machines be given a voice, especially in shaping human justice, seeing its impact in the legal system, and not just that, the effect of the advancements in technology and artificial intelligence, even in journalism? Well, still on tonight, we'll be taking you through recent happenings from the home front with our in-house analyst, but right after the break.